Wow, AZ, you was on it. Hold on, I got to get my chat up in the other window here. I got some pretty good stuff to show off today. At least I believe it is. Might hear me in the background. I got some pretty good stuff to show off today. Oh. What's up, Lambo? Man, so I had a guy come in yesterday and tells me that he's like, look, dude, I've been holding on to these since I found them for you, and just thought it would be something you might be interested in. I told him, I was like, well, let's see what you got. And well, hold on just a second. Let me make sure I got all the incriminating evidence put up here. I'll change cameras. Oh, Jim Davis, good morning. Tanner, you guys check this out. So I don't have enough room. Statehood Quarter Collection, a Postal Commemorative Society book. But this thing is ridiculous. This is volume 1. It's got all this paperwork and everything with it. But these are the Philadelphia and Denver Mint state quarters, and each page has the story for each quarter. And I haven't actually got a chance to. I've been too excited to sit down with it and actually look through it, read it, and all of that. Just got it yesterday, but this has, like I said, there's both minted quarters for each state. I'm gonna put this in the back. Maybe that'll be a little better place for it. But that's the first one. This is the second one. Volume 2. And oh, look, that one's. Oh, I thought that one was trying to get away there for a second, but guys, it was all I could do to contain myself when the guy looked at me and said, "I'll take $30 for both of them." I about hurt myself trying to get my wallet out. But now I have most definitely got to get a bigger safe. All these quarters are uncirculated. Let's see, where's... And, I mean, I couldn't get over this thing having the state stamps. I'm extremely ecstatic about this acquisition. Yeah, Lambo. So I gave him like $350 for the books. This is the same guy that brought me the 40 Merc dimes and the Barbers and all of the other stuff, and just asked for $40. Or actually, I gave him $45, and there was $80 worth of Merc dimes in the mess. But yeah, I mean, I'm like a kid in a candy store with these things. I just don't know where I don't have a shelf in my office big enough to put these things on. Oh, and then me and the numismaniac did a little bit of a trade the other day, and I got this monster. I traded him one of the large print red books that I bought a bunch of. Yeah, Cimarron, really, I'm gonna have to. But the shelf was barely big enough for this thing to fit on. And I got about $45 worth of Canadian coins that I'm going to sit down and go through one night. But rather excited about this as well. Eek. Trying to set all this stuff off to the side and it's about to avalanche on me. All right. Oh. Now, good morning, Amanda C. Jaji, I didn't see you pop in. Now, the numismaniac, I did not realize, was the branch secretary for the Royal Canadian Regiment Association, which I thought was just way cool. The numismaniac's channel stickers, I actually took the scissors and trimmed them down into circles. They were squares. Got Kayla's. I got to go through and rearrange a bunch of the stuff under my desk. I've put it off, or under my plexiglass here. I've kind of put it off for a while. Whatever kind I can get attention for, Amanda, I do believe. I'm not sure. But there's Pizza Guy. The numismaniac has, or not, jeez, the Nerd Analyst has got a really awesome sticker as well. I thought those were just amazing. And then we got the Madhouse. And then we got the Madhouse, the holographic. Cheshire Keith, I don't know if y'all have seen his channel sticker or not. Let me get the light off of it just right, but that is wicked. And Sherry Ward's holographic with the raccoon. I've had a couple of pet raccoons. Oh, get back here. The non-holographic. And I know it's finna make me sound bad, but I've really got to figure out what this Silver Cooters thing's all about because, you know, I'm 46 years old and giggle like a kid every time somebody says it. So I should probably do a little bit of research to figure out what the hell I'm laughing at. DA Sales. Mr. Busman. Justin himself. Then we got the plumber stacker. I've been kind of poking fun at him, calling him the plumper snacker every time I see him. If he's like me, I like snacking. I might be a little on the hefty side. Yeah. Okay, that does help a lot. Oh. And then we got this beast we're going to go through. Yeah, I know I heard that one a while back and I'm like, I'm not sure about, this group that I'm hanging out with anymore because see who is, E Pluribus has got the, Jim Davis, I don't have stickers yet, bud. And I forgot what I was just talking about as soon as I read that. I have got a couple of ideas. My daughter's kind of drawn a couple of them up. Oh, now that I think about that, let's mute this bad boy before. Let's turn that down a little bit before it goes nuts under the microphone. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10. I hope this is all in there. The box looks a little off. I don't know if any of y'all have gotten a chance to try to strong arm wrestle a box of quarters around. But man, it can be kind of rough. So how's everybody been doing this morning? And Jim, once I get my channel stickers and all that set up, I highly doubt I'll be selling many of them. There's going to be quite a few of them give away. That doesn't seem like something that should be sold to me. You know, I mean, as far as you purchasing them, hey, Mike, as far as, you know, your initial purchase of them, your channel stickers are supposed to be like gifts and stuff. Quite a few new edges in there. 98, 84. Been having a lot of animosity at work, a bunch of drama, and I'm not into that too much. Drama tends to get on my last nerve. I go to work, not to deal with a bunch of high school drama. I ain't been in high school in 25. Look, I'm lying there, boys. It's been, yeah, we're a little closer to 30 years since I've been in school. I might want to start admitting that to myself. Philadelphia A&P, Philadelphia Rockefeller. No snowy roof or leaky bucket. This first row is going to make me depressed. Hired a few new people at work. It's always fun to go through and train new people, and every once in a while then you get to notice that they wonder why I get kind of aggravated with some of the people that they bring me. And it's not that I'm aggravated with the people, it's that I can tell they're not going to last that long, and I am sick and tired of lather, rinse, repeat. What's up, Papa Giorgio? When it comes to training people, you know, it just starts to aggravate you after a while when you feel like you're repeating yourself over and over and over, and it's because you actually are. Because most of the people nowadays want a paycheck and don't want to, you know, they're not that interested in putting the backbone in to work it. They just want to collect it. And I don't get that, you know. If you give someone your obligation, that you're going to show up and you're going to do your job, and you can't hold to that. You know, a liar is one of the things that gets on my last nerve. I kind of feel like, you know, you promised you'd be here. You promised you'd be able to do this, and now you keep showing up late, and you won't quit playing on your phone. Get out that tape dispenser. Guys, I don't know if y'all have checked on Confrontational Nonconformist. He posted a video a little while ago. Apparently, he has got like a good 3 or 4 sheets of names of people that have got stuff there waiting on him. He needs their mailing information. I noticed that Robert Saves History, Armando from the Vault, the telephone guy. There was a couple others that I noticed, but they've kind of slipped my mind. I meant to write them down. Nothing out of the first roll, but he's got a pile of stuff there. Apparently, he's trying to get back out to everybody. Yeah, by the time you get them lined out on what all they need to do, and we've got, as with most places in a corporate world nowadays, everybody's got training videos you have to watch. Computer-based training, web-based training, whatever they want to call it. And all of this stuff is to get you your basic rules down that, what needs to be done, how it needs to be done. And it always amazes me how everyone gets upset because apparently I can be like a drill sergeant at times. And I take pride in that. A lot of people get aggravated. It's, when they get pissed off after I've told them for the 3rd or 4th time that you're not supposed to have this sitting there, you're not supposed to be doing this, when you're running a cash register, you do not have your phone in your hand, because if the security company looks through the cameras and sees you playing with your phone next to a register, the first thing they think is you're trying to calculate how much money you get to keep out of that till. And when that happens, even though you haven't, it gives these people the opportunity to sit and watch and hunt through our cameras, and they can go back 6 months. So when you go, it's just like dealing with the police. If you roll your window down and your car smells like pot, that gives them the right to dig through it. Well, when these folks looks through the camera and do what they call a store walk, and they see that, you're sitting there doing stuff you're not supposed to do, like having your fountain drinks or anything like that up around the registers, or having your phone out, or not having the ladders put up, or stuff piled in the fire, all of these little things gives these people the right to sit and just watch for hours through our cameras to see what all they can spot that is messed up. And it all can be prevented just by paying attention and doing what you're supposed to. One of the big rules that we have is the customer crossing the counter from you gets your full and undivided attention. That means that while you have someone on the other side of that counter, you are talking to that person only. And we've got 2 or 3 of them that just want to sit there, and after they've rang up one person, well, he'll stand next to the register and just continue to have a conversation with them for the next 5 or 10 minutes while they're dealing with other people. And to me, that is extremely rude. That's one of the reasons we have this rule. And I don't know, I get tired of repeating myself. And now it has gotten to the point that I have repeated myself enough. My tone has changed. And every time I turn around, I'm getting a call from our district manager. Maybe they watching my videos. No, that's something I don't have to worry about out of that bunch, is a fan base coming from work. When I first got to the store, I walked in and handed the manager a note. And this note says that I am not here to make friends. I'm not here to pal around. I don't get paid for that. What I do get paid for is to provide customer service to the people that walk through the front door of this building and to provide guidance to my fellow employees. Aside from that, we're not buddies. We don't get paid to hang out. We don't get paid to pal around. We get paid to accomplish our tasks for the day. And if there's anything else that might be confused about this, we need to go ahead and address this now. Because as I said, we're not friends. That's my mentality about it. You don't go palling around with, people from work, because that does nothing but open unnecessary windows. And I don't like windows open. We did some hiring here a while back, and apparently in the midst of it, and that Philadelphia Salt River Bay looks, really, really close to being a W, except it had a P on it. We have a mother that is one of the people in management, and we hired her daughter. And the other day I'm sitting there trying to get paperwork put in, and there's an elderly woman that walks up to the other side of the counter just as the cashier turns and says, I can't even remember what the conversation started as, but anyway, she turned and looked at me and said, well, I just don't give a damn. And this woman looked up, just had this look on her face like, oh, I cannot believe she would say that. And I told her, you have to watch your language in front of the customers. I'm not going to tell you again. This is the third time I've had to tell you, and I know I've heard your mother have this conversation with you at least twice. All it takes is for the wrong person to be on the other side of that counter, and you get to go home without a paycheck. Well, what does she do? She calls the district manager. He just told me he was going to suspend me without pay if and didn't bother to tell any of the rest of what happened. None of that. Just immediately come out with me being in the wrong. And the district manager lit her up. Do not call me for this childish high school drama bullshit. And that's exactly what I'm having to deal with every day. And I don't even think my boss realizes that. It's kind of pushing me more and more to, I go put in my 8 at a factory and go to the house, not have to worry about working weekends. I'm not even sure I would take that much of a pay cut. So just to avoid the drama, you might want to address this. I have no room for that. I have no want for that. Roll of quarters feels funny. Just drama, 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 drama. Well, one thing that really aggravates me about the whole thing here, Mike, is I can run a crane to pick up 300 ton. What's up, Mad? Oh. Check these out, Mad. I just got them yesterday, but I already showed them off at the beginning. State quarters. It's got the P&D men on each one. And it's all of them. The guy came in yesterday and had 2 of the books. And it's, I didn't know what that was for a second. The neighbor's using a saw. It's volume 1 and volume 2, but it's all 50 of the state quarters. And I give the guy $30 for both books. I mean, these things are massive. And as Lambo pointed out, there's like $25, $26 worth of copper coins in them. Just right off the bat, must have been like a, hey, that's mine. Right, Mike? Plumber, how are you today, sir? Yeah. This is the same guy that brought me all the Merc dimes and everything here a while back. I told him any of that kind of stuff you find, yeah, bring it to me. That one looks rough. That 85 looked like it's been, I don't know, maybe somebody had some acid to it or something. Yeah, exactly, Jim. That is absolutely correct, Mad. As soon as I get a hold of them, I'm finna start flinging them. No. I'm not going to name any names, but there are a couple of them that charge like, there are like $3 a piece for their channel stickers. And that don't set right with me. You know, they do stuff like that and it kind of just sort of pushes you away from them. Because, you know, the simple stuff, like especially one of the main ones I'm talking about, there is absolutely no reason for the guy to be charging for his channel stickers. Almost 100,000 subs. And I mean, if you ask right, I'm sure he'd give you one of them, but I got them on the website for almost $3 a piece, I believe. And that just, yeah, that seems like something that ought to be, as Papa Giorgio just said, for advertising. Philadelphia. Philadelphia. What was it we started calling it here a while back? I didn't know what happened there. My other screen shut off. And then there was one guy that had been doing a lot of the work for a bunch of the YouTube community and everything, getting their stickers made and all of that. And he was actually, you know, doing the artwork and everything and selling the stickers to the people. And then there was something that blew up here not too long ago about I got to leave that stuff alone this early in the morning. I ain't even had none. I can't remember what the hell I was just talking about. Yeah. Okay. The artist was rather upset, and I can understand why, because he had done the artwork and sent the stickers, and then they took the sticker artwork and transferred it over to other merch, and didn't didn't bother to compensate the artist in any way, shape, or form, even though their income off of his product had, you know, started to produce a substantial amount. And I mean, I can understand old boy being upset. You know, I did 90% of your legwork, and you can't bother to compensate me for that. You know, I sold you the stickers, the artwork. You might want to ask a little more before you start putting it on everything. That one back here looks kind of promising, but it's a Philadelphia. Yeah, I got bad habits. I mean, some people golf. Everybody's got to have hobbies. Well, I mean, I guess if that was something that was agreed upon to begin with, there, then yes, Cimarron, I can understand that. But yeah, I don't know. I'd be kind of aggravated too if I sold somebody some stickers that I had drawn up, and then the next thing I know, they had it on T-shirts and mugs and. Yep. There's quite a few of them that once I find stuff like that out, I don't hang out much after that. There's way too many people in the community that could actually use my support. Oh, guys, we just found a Tuskegee Airman in a circulated roll. A 2021 Tuskegee Airman in a circulated roll. I haven't even found a tall grass. This is a Philadelphia. No, if it was an S, I'd be y'all to have it looked like there was an earthquake going on over here. That is too cool. And I hope I'm not being too loud being all up on the microphone without realizing how close I was. Oh, where'd my quarters go? So that I can put one back in that roll. Archaeology Mikey, how are we today, sir? Grab some quarters out of the change jug to put back in the rolls. Awesome. I was not expecting to run across one of the new 2021s today. Has anybody else seen one yet? Anybody found one? Do I get to be the first at something? I doubt it. Well, y'all was here with me when I found the first one. Cool, cool, cool. And I've even got a book over here that's got a spot for them. Now we just get the surprise of what else is coming out in 2021 because I haven't checked the book. I know Mad Stacker's got to be happy. There ain't no beeping going on in the background, just an occasional saw. And the lovely Miss Xanner's hanging out with us. And the not so lovely Cimarron's hanging out with us. Come on, Mad. I just get on here and goof around every once in a while. I'm not into TV. I don't watch a whole lot. 99.9% of the time, what I'm watching is you guys on YouTube. I mean, every once in a while we'll sit and watch a movie or something like that, but for the most part, I'm hanging out with y'all. Hey. Mad because somebody tore up your bridge there, Cimarron. It's one thing that, I mean, doing a crusty. Curtsy. Oh my God, Xander. I did not see curtsy. I did not know what doing a crusty was. Woo. That one kind of scared me a little bit. I do greatly appreciate that, but yeah, I needed bigger typing on the screen here apparently because like that sounds really inappropriate, to be honest. I'm not sure what doing a crusty is, but like I don't think you should brag about it. Yeah, if you're doing a crusty, you might need to wash it first. Oh, I cannot believe I misread that. That was messed up. First thing in the morning. Oh, that was hilarious. 6 rolls down. At least we got one that's got us excited. Doing a crusty. See, Even getting old and going blind can be fun. I can't wait till I have to explain that one to my wife. What's up, Silver Bull? Philadelphia, Philadelphia, Philadelphia. I never been to Philadelphia. That big crusty. Have bath time with Big Crusty. No, I'm not taking y'all in the bathtub with me. Sorry I got your hopes up. I mean, I could handle a W or two if you wanted to throw one of them in the rolls. 74, 73. Get in there. 87. Everybody misspells it half the time. I get called Big County more than anything. Everybody wonder why I'm always typing an R in the chat. Oh, there's a couple more people in here than there was earlier. Confrontational Nonconformist put up a video a little while ago. He has got, I think he said 160 names of people that have got either giveaway prizes that he is still in possession of. He has not received their contact info. And he's trying to get all of that taken care of. Dreadpole. How are you today, brother? It's even dinged up and everything else. Like it's been roaming around a while, too. But it'll go in the book. I always keep the first ones I find of the ones like that. Like the tall grass or any of that, even though they were Philadelphia mints, I've still got. Good deal, sir. Good deal, Silver Bull. Which one was it? I got a pretty good pile of W's. I ain't got, there's a few of them we'll talk about having I think I'm up to 80. Got, I want to say 6, 7 full sets. Those seem to be a little harder to come across. I sold about 7 of them here a while back and really wish I hadn't, because now I need like 3. I've got hush. I've got a couple of got a set of 2019s and a set of 2020s that are all from they're all from you guys. Um, Either gifts I have bought them, or like prizes, whatever you want to call them. I guess that would fall under the gifts category. But yeah, I think I've got a set of each that are just from you guys. I'm over here partaking of bad habits for a moment. Gotta get up the microscope here for just a second. Does that S look doubled? Actually, the E does as well. Hold on just a second. I got to check on that. I thought one of the bicentennial quarters had doubling on it, and that definitely looks like, oh, maybe machine, but I don't want to just say machine right off the bat. Can we knock it off? Oh, okay. Tis Armando. One of them was. If you don't go lay down, I done told you you're not getting a. Y'all hold on for just a second. I got one of them tech questions I got to answer for work. Oh, well, actually, I'm just going to type it back. We'll mute that now so I ain't got to worry about it. No, Dreadpool, I haven't. Is it a D? Look, Cimarron asked me if it was a Denver Mint, and I couldn't find where I left it. Well, yes, sir. It is. I'll set that one to the side there and do a little more checking. Yeah, I've got to go through. I'm not doing it at the moment, but I should actually be pulling some of these to the side to fill my quarter books up. But yeah, those the Acadias, I hadn't really put much thought in it. I hadn't seen too many of them. Look, let me change cameras back. And oh, I'm gonna beat this dog. Nope, that's me. Looking all woolly. Extra claw, and I'm putting it in a roll. Look, two of them back to back. Yeah, man, that was pretty funny the other night. Was just talking about how I've got tons of those. And what did I get off the wheel? Another one. All right, guys, give me just a second. Let me go let this dog out back, or I'm gonna beat her with a jerky strip. Go, 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 go. Get past her. They like to go out back and chase the birds and the squirrels that they can't catch. Oh, roll number 8. We might have had a DDO or DDR. So, are the well, I found a 2019 San Antonio Mission S, and I'm just kind of wondering why there wasn't more hype about those. I mean, granted, the W has only come out once in a blue moon, but here's a Philadelphia tallgrass. It looked like to me the S's would be more sought after since they were lower mintages. Yeah, D-Dub he had quite a bit of medical issues that came up, and I'm hoping that he's in the process of getting back in the game, but I got to fix this other chat because it's pestering me having to move so much. I'll bring it over here. Got 2 computers going. The one that I'm running StreamYards on doesn't want to. Good point, Papa Giorgio. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, I got his number. I talk to him, every once in a while. I hollered at him the other day here just to kind of check in. Oh, I like how I give all of these people my channel. I know most of them are subbed to it, and everybody still wants to wait till I'm online. And hey, we're going to call and pester the shit out of you. Anybody else got those kind of friends? One of the guys at work just bought him a new car, and the alternator light blinked a while ago, and now he's in a panic. I'm like, well, could have been a loose belt. Might have a battery terminal that needs to be cleaned. But I'm kind of busy at the moment. Now, you got a few of them that what's she going to the hospital for? There, Mikey. You got certain people at work that you rather enjoy being, getting to actually work with because uh, my entire day consists of making out my to-do list in the morning, knocking that out as quick as possible, and seeing what else I can add to it. And you have certain coworkers that will assist in this by being able to handle their job, in an exemplary fashion. Like if I've got a really good cashier up front and one that's not so good, I can still get quite a bit of stuff done because the really good cashier can take care of quite a few of the problems that I would have to be in on. What's up, Silver Sea Captain? But if you got one of those that constantly needs their hand held, it just destroys my ability. Yeah, I saw the little thing pop up there a while ago, but I did not get a chance to check and see what it was about, Mikey. I'll have to go watch back through that. No silvers in this one. Those are fun to find every once in a while, too. I know she had the scare with the car, which for me raised quite a few questions because of the way that the bolts looked. I kind of questioned whether or not that was accidental. Billy. If it's old fatigued steel, there's going to be rust in there, and the 3 staggered lug nuts on that wheel, they were all shiny and new where they had broken off, and to me that just kind of seemed extra questionable. Just having all of that headache going on with the neighbors and everything else. But I'm overly paranoid about stuff like that. Philadelphia on the Weir. San Antonio Mission, no die chip. And I've been in one of them situations where you're going down the road and, well, look, there's a tire just went, you know. Used to work at a gas station years ago and had a guy that ran out of gas, and one of the coworkers said, "Here, take my good deal." Guy ran out of gas, and my coworker was like, "I just take my car and run him back up there to his." And about a mile away from the store, well, it felt like I hit something in the road, which I did not. It was the tire coming loose and rolling out the back of the fender and raising the rear of the car up. And then the tire passed us. On your San Antonio missions there, all right, on the reverse, that cross that's in it looks like it's got a trumpet on each end. Over here on the left, you'll notice that sometimes it'll be bulbous and rounded out. And I've got one that's on the bottom as well. That's where those die chips are at. And there's also supposed to be one up, I think, around the little, what looks like the little Mario castle there on the top left, too. Snowed in today. It's warmer here than it's been in a while. And you're snowed in. I think I already went. And that's another thing. I get to looking at chat. I'll search the same role 3 times because I can't remember the event of it yet or not. Oh, and now I hear the dog whining, wanting back in. I'd get him a doggy door, but they would wear it out. It's a nice warm day. It ain't going to do them no harm to be outside. Of course, to them, you might think it would, as much as they're spoiled. Oh. Yeah, it's supposed to have 2 days off. I get to looking. Oh, might have a die chip here. Or die cud, whatever it's called. Yep. Extra cactus leaf. I just had, there it is. And for those that don't know what that one is, notice right where the right here where the initials are at, this extra chunk that's above it, that's your die cud, or what is known as an extra cactus leaf, for those that didn't know. Yeah, these two would wear the hinges off of it there, Billy. Farley's an Australian Shepherd and Blue Heeler mix. Is that dirt or a snowy roof? We have another snowy roof. That's 2 of those that I found. And I guess I could have left that up there and explained it. If you notice the die chip there on that side, and there's just a little bit of one over here on this side. But that's what they refer to as a snowy roof, because it looks like there's still snow on the roof. Yeah, Farley was, my wife was going to help a friend of hers clean this house that they were going to be moving out of. And when we got over there were 8 Australian blue heeler, or wait a minute, blue heeler and border collie mix. Both parents were AKC registered. Daddy was just really good at jumping a fence. One of the neighbor's dog come over. So we get to talking about it, and the girl says, "Well, I'm wanting 150 a piece out of them." And I was like, I don't have that, so thanks anyway. And she said, "Yeah, I've got to get all their shots and all of that. I've got all of the stuff to do it. I've just got to get somebody to do it for me." And I was like, "Well, giving them their shots ain't no problem. I can do that if you've got the stuff." So we went through and did our little assembly line, got all the shots ready and everything. And then they brought me the pups one at a time. And Farley was the last one they brought me. And as soon as I gave her shots, she said, "Well, we'll just call that one payment for the service." So we loaded her up and took her home. And she has been one of the most aggravating critters I've ever had in my life. Now, a dumb dog is a good dog. A smart dog will annoy you to the point of no end. Because Farley's a smart dog, and she'll pester you. Like I was reading Plumbers there. "You like that sticker I got, that coaster that you sent me?" This chat doesn't move the way the other one does. Now, Rebel, I don't know, I think Rebel might be special needs or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, I didn't think about that, Xander. She's still pissed for me sticking her with that needle. Follow, will you let the dogs in before I got to go back there and beat them? You hear? I don't think Paula heard me. Farley doesn't bark a whole lot. She's got this chirp that she does that just goes ahead and sinks straight to the bone when she does it. I'm going to let them back in. Hold on. I need to close their back door. At least the back door ain't that far away. But yeah, Farley's the spoiled one. And as far as being protective, Farley is, but we had somebody here a while back come up to the house, knocked on the door, just a strangers, about I mean, somebody that my daughter, sees at work all the time, lives up the road, and he decided to stop in and talk for a minute. And I thought Rebel was gonna take the door off the hinges trying to get to him late at night out here in the yard. As soon as I opened the door to check, it was all I could do to keep her back. I thought she was fixing to tear him up. Got the point across pretty quick, though. He didn't want to hang out too much. In today's day and age, I just, it's one of those things that just about everybody needs a dog with the way half these idiots are around nowadays. Had a guy at work the other day, caught him shoplifting. He's, just couldn't even stand up. And couldn't speak. You couldn't understand anything he was saying. He was just methed out, whatever you want to call it. And right as my boss is telling him he needs to go ahead and leave, well, he starts digging in his pocket and comes out with a pocket knife. And it really worried me that she didn't even see the knife that he had in his hand. I already had mine out and was ready to dance with him. I'm like, you need to put that down on the floor. Get that out of your hand right now before I help you with that. And you're going to have trouble picking it back up if I help you with it. And it just, where is your sticker? Well, there's one of them back over here underneath of the keyboard, and I haven't got that one motivated. That was a bad word to pick there. It's not that I haven't got motivated. I haven't had the time set to the side because I got to take all of you really can't tell too much, but this entire desk is covered in plexiglass, and I got to get all the other stuff off of it, including the TV that I don't know. And every time I think about it, I'm like, I'm going to want to go through all of that right now. I'm going to take all of the letters and stuff like that and put them on the wall behind me. I was going to make a joke with the telephone guy and tell him that today was sponsored by J&W Pawn, but I ain't seen him on here yet. I can get Havs plumber, but for me, it's not acquiring them. It's getting rid of them because I'm not really sure how the bank would handle it. The way that I do the rest of this change is where I work. I've actually got a $3,000 change safe that I get to go through 3 times a week. We get boxes in. I'll just take them by, a box of quarters and take them to the house, go through them, and then bring them back and sell them to the change safe. I don't have to fight with a bank. And that's kind of my little hack to being able to play along. I can get halves. It's just getting rid of them's the hard part for me. We don't have a slot in the change safe for halves. Yeah, if I want coins, all I got to do is call the Armored Car Company and put an order in. And I have thought about just going ahead and buying get a box of quarters, box of dimes, nickels, and pennies. And then just having them sitting here, and when new come in, I've got a box ready to go swap out. Because I've been buying them and then taking them home, searching them, and then taking them back. And work out a lot better logistically if I just already had one here. Not have to be in such a big rush about taking it back. You could probably, I'm not saying acquiring one of those would be out of the question, plumber, but that would be a bit of an, you know, yeah. So the idea that I have had, I've been kind of wanting to play around with on a box battle is not only to get points for your finds as far as, whatever errors you might run across, silvers, stuff like that, but also I think it would be kind of cool to have a predetermined set of years. Like I was saying last night, like 1970 to 2000. And I mean, it would add a little more difficulty to it trying to keep up with all of it. But so you start out with those 30 slots, and at the end of the box, however many empty spots you've got left, you get a point deducted from what total you have. And it looks like around the end of it, Denver and Philadelphia got to straightening the quarters out on most of the Rockefellers and Salt River Bays and all of that, because there's some of those that just looked horrible in the first. Like the guy from. Oh, like I said, you got one that's up here underneath of the keyboard. I can't get the wires moved around to show. And then I got those two. I've got to get all of this rearranged and get put underneath here. I'm almost out of room, so I'm going to be taking the letters and from Penny Dog and Ring and Constitutional, Telephone Guy, Michael Kittle, Sherry Ward. I'm going to take those and actually make like a collage board behind me, and that way I've got more room to put the stickers out here. But yep, I got to get all of this disassembled and rearranged so that it can become a thing, which is another task that I'll probably try to tackle here in a little while. I got to go. The wife bought a new car, so I got to go move the other two that we've got around till we get one of them sold. That way, got room to park. Come on. I know silver's worth more, but I don't see enough silver to get excited about it in quarter rolls. I think out of the whole, the 2 boxes I went through last week, I think I found 1 silver, which, from what I've heard, is. Are you out, Billy? I didn't. Or is Xander going? Okay. I don't know. Oh, okay. There you are. I didn't see it there, Billy. Be careful. Have fun. I know it's going to be all kinds of excitement and entertainment when they come at you with that big cotton swab. There's a lot easier test. My wife showed me something the other night that said breaking wind and putting the cover over someone's head is no longer going to be referred to as a Dutch oven. So it's going to be referred to as a C19 test, because if you can still smell and taste it, you're good. Be careful, Billy. Love you, hooker. Yeah, I worked with a guy here a while back. Snuck up on him, just goofing around, and let one go. And I stood there for a minute. It was almost to the point where I couldn't stand it. And he wasn't even blinking an eye. And I'm like, man, are you okay? And he said, what? And I was like, well, I just crop dusted you and you didn't even notice. And he said, dude, I told you, I've got that deviated septum. I can't smell. And I was like, yeah, but you should have at least been able to taste a density shift in the air around you or something. I mean, geez. There should have been some kind of indicator that the air was not as pure. Later, Billy. I'm not sure, Mikey. And I may have misread part of that. Yeah, I'm kind of thankful my son finished all of his up and everything before this got as bad as it has. He was a pretty expensive kid. Yeah, I'm not playing around with, let's see what kind of concoction we can inject into you. I'm allergic to quite a bit of that stuff, and unless they bring, well, I mean, they can go ahead and inject it into a carcass, but no, I'm not taking it. We've already discussed at work that it is not essential for us. And my point about it is I've been here the entire damn time. I have not taken a day off. Well, an extra day off. I have not taken vacation time or any of that mess while this has been going on. I have worked my 50 plus hours every week since the start of it. I've been at ground zero this whole time. No, I'm not taking it. If it was something that was going to be that bad, I would have already needed it, and I haven't. So get away from me. Half of the doctors still do what they call practice. Yeah, no. And it might sound over paranoid, what have you, but one of the things that really bothers me is now you've got all these people that say, well, I've had the shot. Okay, you do realize that doesn't stop you from spreading it. That just keeps you from, never mind, you know. Yeah, everybody, well, I got the shot. I don't have to wear a mask. And the best one that I have heard out of all of them, I told a guy the other day he had to have one on, or we weren't allowed to wait on him, and he said he didn't have to wear a mask because he had been molested. And my knee jerk reaction was, by what? Because I mean, no, it's just maybe he was hoping that would stop the entire conversation, but no, it didn't. It didn't do nothing but make me question him and bring the attention of his situation to everybody else standing in line. Vicksburg. I don't think I got that one in the book. I'm going to grab it just because it's there. All right. Who was it that was asking about the dye chip on the San Antonio missions a little while ago? This isn't one. Well, that top looks a little funky, but your dye chip will show up right there. The end of that will be almost kind of, well, I mean, it's going to look like there's something oozing out the end of the trumpet. And then there's supposed to be another one that's up around the little castle there. I haven't seen that one yet. Or bell tower, whatever you want to call it. I guess that would be a, well, now I feel really bad. That's a steeple. And I was calling it the little Mario castle. Some people are uneducated. I've got a couple of them down here in the safe. If I had any of them out, I'd show you real quick. But I got a pile in front of it I got to move before I can get to it. Yeah, it's what I was thinking. I started to do this stream with OBS, and I wasn't sure if I'd have anybody else that popped on it might want to get up and hang out, so I decided to go through StreamYards with it. Gotcha. Now, the only double ears I know of are on the 83 and 84 Philadelphia Mint pennies. I'm all about learning new airs. Armando's asking if, well, he could just pop into the stream. He must not have the YouTubes fired up yet. Yeah, I got a pile of pearls from Justin here not too long ago. My wife has had one of these oysters my daughter got her for Christmas here not too long ago. And I'm going to shoot him in the foot. There he is. Hold on, Armando. I'll throw that link up here if you want to come hang out. And for that matter, if anybody wants to come hang out. There he is. Now, where's my cursor?
What's going on, big country?
What's happening with you, Captain?
Hey, nothing much, nothing much. Hey, I'll get that in the mail in a little while.
Cool beans. I've done showed them twice already. I'm gonna show them to you again. I had a guy brought me these yesterday,
Oh, okay, yeah.
and Postal Commemorative Society, but I give him $30 for. There's two of these books, and these have the state quarters, P&D Mint, plus it has the story for each one.
Did you count how many quarters was in there? It's probably if it's every one of the states, if it's P&D, it probably should be about $25 worth of quarters.
Yeah, I give him 30 for both books.
You know, for all the information in there, it's probably worth it. Yeah, I probably would too.
As soon as he showed them to me, I'm like, yeah, I'll take them.
have you looked at them? Maybe seen it for like a spitting horse on there, or the leaf for the Arizona quarter, or the Arizona quarter having the dye chips in it and stuff like
I
that.
just got them last night and
Oh,
haven't.
yeah.
I mean, I've had a chance to kind of show them here, but no, as far as digging through them to make sure there weren't any errors or any of that, no, not yet.
Yeah, because now if you sold it online, you probably have to, if you paid 30, 40, if you wanted to turn it, whatever, you'd probably have to charge about 50 or 60 for it because of shipping.
Yeah. No,
But
he came up to the store, and it's the same guy that I got all of those Merc dimes and everything off of here a while back. Like, that was a good $100 worth of stuff. I gave him $45 for.
oh yeah, if you give them less than $1 for a Merc dime or something.
Yeah, I give him $45 for 39 Merc dimes, a Barber half. There was a Barber half, a Barber quarter, and a dime. Oh, and look what I just run across the little first row.
Which one is that?
That's the Tuskegee Airman.
No, I hadn't even seen one of them.
First one I've seen.
Yeah, sweet.
So this has kind of been a pretty good box.
I'm going through a box right now, and I got one W so far. It wasn't a new box, but it's the which one is it? It's the Weir Farm.
W's is W's.
Yeah, WW. Well, and what I'm needing some Rockefellers, but I have sold them for $10 each or less, whatever, but I just can't give that for them because as much as I'm not even looking at the chat. As much as, hey, Amanda,
What's
hey,
up, Savvy?
as much as I've sold them whatever, I think they're going to be worth something, but they're not going to hold the premium like silver or anything else.
Yeah. They first come out, you was be able to get $25 a piece out of them, but
Yeah. Well, I feel like as many boxes as I go through sometimes, I'll find some sooner or later. Now, like I said, I've sold some to Nerd out, and if he wants to buy them because he's putting the sets to and he sells them, whatever, I don't mind, that's kind of talking out of both sides of the mouth. I'll sell them for that, but I don't want to buy them for that.
yeah.
But it's my, see, I'd rather. I bought this from a guy yesterday, and actually I gave him $13 for it, but for a 1908 S, I guess put it in one of these auctions or whatever. I mean, it's not the best one or whatever. Put it in one of these auctions, it gets you $20. But I just bought it because $13. I felt like it was a fair price for it.
Yeah.
And he's been giving me some real good deals.
Dale, how are you today, sir?
Is that UK?
Yep.
Dale, what's going on? I don't usually call people by their first name because until I know that they're all right with putting their first name out there, which I've heard a lot of people call him Dale. So,
Well, I heard him calling him by name before I even realized who they were talking to.
I still don't understand his game he does, and it's just that I don't do a bunch of games online or whatever because I see him. He streams about every day, doesn't he?
Just about. With Coin World UK, you're playing Battleship, and he is going to put a question in chat, whether it be a color, U.S. state, a township from somewhere, a color, a number, and whoever gets that, then you get to go on the hunt for a missile.
Oh, okay.
You get to look around your side of the board, the ammo board, to see whether or not Well, you don't get to look around it. You just got to take a shot in the dark and see if you're going to land somewhere that would actually have live ammo ready to go. Sometimes you'll either hit, you can either get a live round so that you can fire it over to the target board. You might get one that has 2 live rounds, so you get to pick 2 destinations on the target board. You have one that, you found a dud. You might have found one, but it didn't have no fuel. And then you've got one that, if you pick that one, then yes, it's a live round, but you don't know how to operate that one. You got to pick somebody else to find out where it's firing to.
I've never played Battleship, and I've heard of people doing it, and I'm spending all day on it and whatever. And one of my best coin guy, he does it, but I guess I've never been much on games or whatever. And it sounds like it's interesting. A lot of people do it.
Oh, we have a field day hanging out with him, and he makes it quite entertaining as well.
Oh yeah, I like I said, every now and then I'm looking at the coins. I'll just sit there and listen to it, whatever. And yeah, he seems like a real nice guy. Yeah, interactive with everybody, and watches his chat and everything else.
Yeah, that's another thing too, making sure you keep up with your chat.
And that's why I don't stream very much, because I'm bad about it. Hey, Savage Stacker, Archaeology Mikey said something earlier. How you doing?
That is one of the main things, and it's one of those that I think it's amazing. Just as soon as I pop into his chat, he's saying hi.
Yeah.
And you got quite a few of them that you try to ask a question or something like that, and you end up repeating yourself 2 or 3 times to the point where you just feel like you're annoying everybody, so you just don't bother anymore.
Yeah. Oh, about this that you was talking about, confrontational, I'll go ahead and send him my address, but I'm not really sure. He seems like a lot of people watch him. I think Mia watches him, and you said something about him, but I don't remember hanging around very much. I went in there and made a comment or whatever, so I really don't know what he wants for mailing address. It's a P.O. box, and he can't, so.
Somebody dipped that one in fingernail polish or spray painted it or something.
Huh.
Yeah, I just, like I said, he posted a video this morning, and it was, I guess it was everybody that he's got stuff for he needs to get mailed out, and he doesn't have their address. Seemed to be the gist of the video.
Well, and I'm a Christian man. I'm whatever. But when his conversation is kind of it's all curse word, which that's just his way, whatever. And he seems like, I guess that's the way he just always talks, whatever. He just.
I could see how that would make it difficult to hang out.
Well, no, there's a. Do you do any gambling or anything else? Casino?
Do I?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, there's a YouTuber that, and my wife's the same way. If someone's cursing or whatever, I mean, it's not that I'm better than anybody or anything else, and I have cursed.
Just prefer not to hear that every other word.
Not every other word, but that's fine. But there's a YouTuber that we watch that he just hysterical. He just you got to watch him, and it's fun to watch him. But he's the same way. He's sitting there calling people on YouTube, and he has like thousands of subscribers that give him super chats, whatever. But they'll give you a super chat, and he cusses them out and stuff like that. Why? Just like confrontational, whatever. But it's someone that we watch and kind of enjoy watching. I guess he's just comical. Savage Stacker. So would you get a box?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Every now and then I get a box of uncirculated. I like going through, and I've had some good luck. There was actually two of the boxes, it was really good.
Hey, W. Weir Farm.
All right. There was two boxes that I got that I was on Everyday Opportunity, and the first time I mentioned something about, well, I'd found some W's in there, and the nerd both times he bought the rest of the rolls we had, and I think one of them there's like 12 W's in there.
Yeah, I remember that one of them nights.
But then ever since, when I get a box by myself, I can get one or two of them or nothing. But
Yeah, when you're doing it for somebody else, you find about a pile.
well, see, I would feel bad if he would have bought those and I didn't get 10 or 11. So he still paid, and actually it didn't hurt me a bit because he paid me what I would have went out and said, okay, say you want 10 W's or whatever. He paid me whatever, paying $10 each for them.
Nerd's pretty cool.
Nerd's all right. Yeah.
I pick on him all the time because he sounds like Fix It Felix from Wreck-It Ralph.
So what do you do? You say sometime in your work, whatever. If you don't want to give that information out, that's fine. But
What do I do for work?
yeah.
I manage a rather large convenience store.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I get to search as much as I do and only have to worry about investing what I'm buying.
Yeah. That's good.
There's quite a few of them that have heard this speech a few times, but I got a chain safe that holds about $3,000. I get to search 3 times a week.
Oh man.
Then I've got my store brings in an average of 12,000 a day.
Yeah.
So I get to run through most of that while I'm there.
Sitting around doing nothing.
Oh no, dude, I don't sit around and do nothing.
Well, you know what I'm saying. I mean, you're on work time.
Anytime somebody asks me, "You been working hard today?" I tell them no. If they wanted me to work hard, they'd get me a sitter that could keep up because they don't watch me close enough for that.
Yeah.
But they ain't a person there that can hold a candle to me when it comes to getting stuff accomplished.
Well, and that's right. That makes a good leader. They can go out there and do whatever they're doing.
My boss knows that if she needs something done, all she's got to do is write it on my list and
It's done.
it's done.
Yeah, I pretty well just. Do you search for anything else as far as in their quarters?
I hunt for what errors I know of, and I'm always learning new ones.
I only have 2 or 3 of them. I pull out the Arizona one, the Delaware. I pull out the District of Columbia, the 2009, the guy with the piano.
Yep.
I pull those out. I pull out the one with the what's it called? It's called the Homestead with a house.
Yeah. Looking at now, there's actually 3 errors on that one.
Well, I got one. I got a real nice one with the leaky bucket.
Yep, leaky bucket. The I can't think of what the one's called where you've got the reflection in the window, and then the snowy roof.
Now I've never found that the pump handle. Yeah, I've never found that one. I'm still looking for that one.
Nerd actually was showing one off here the other night.
Really?
Yep. Have you got any of his stickers yet?
Yeah.
Nerd stickers are pretty cool.
Actually, I got one of his new ones and one of the older ones.
I think the 3 coolest that I have acquired have been Mad Stackers, Dread Pools, and Penny Dog actually had one of her first ones was pretty cool.
Well, actually, I got a Penny Dog. I got a keychain from her.
Oh, I've got the keychains. I've got the roll openers, stickers. I've got. Anytime she puts out something new, I'm sending in for it.
You've seen my sticker board, haven't you? Well, I guess you have.
Hey, you got a pretty decent set there.
And they're all up there by magnets. I can't stick a sticker on the wall, or a board, because sooner or later that board's gonna get, hey, Zaza, sooner, Mad Stacker's in the house.
Yep.
Sooner or later that, you know, I'm gonna move or something like that, or if you have it on a cardboard or whatever, or poster board, you're gonna have to move that sooner or later, and then it's gonna get messed up. So I just get those magnetic boards and put them up by that.
Mine are underneath a sheet of plexiglass on my desk. That they're not stuck to the desk. That's actually a sheet of plexi with them under it.
Well, you have mine in there? I don't know if I've ever get you.
No, because somebody won't send me one of them.
How many times? How many times you asked me?
Well, aside from this one, probably none.
Okay. I'll have one in your package.
Cool beans.
Yes, sir.
Mads is that holographic Madhouse sticker is. He got aggravated at me when he sent me that package. I won a slabbed ASE, and I didn't mean for it to sound as negative as it did, but I was more excited about the channel sticker than I was the ASC. And then when I opened the package and the channel sticker wasn't in there, I was like, but my wife's over here holding this slabbed ASC talking about, did you see this? Are you looking at this? And I'm like, where's the sticker?
Oh. Now, do you find very many silver quarters in the rolls?
Not so much. I've gone through, I think I've found maybe 2 or 3 out of 10 boxes.
About the same here. Now, I did find a 1939 Walking Liberty quarter, which I took it to the local coin shop, and the guy said, it looks like it's been cleaned, and they refer to it as whizzed. They used to do that before, where I guess it's a nice polish or whatever. It polishes it or whatever. Not polishes, but it cleans it. But you could still see faint scratches. And I showed it one day, and some guy wanted to buy it. Now, I think it probably booked. I guess if it was that mint state, what it looked like without being clean, it probably could have been $150. I don't know, whatever. But some guy online, I showed it, and he said, well, do you want to sell it? I need it for my top book. And I said, sure, give me $75 for it. He said, okay, send me the money, and I'll send the quarter. I really don't like selling a bunch of stuff. I mean, I do, but I have duplicates. I'm trying to get, like I said, some of the stuff that I just got 2 or 3 of or something. I just like selling too. I just like the interaction. Amanda C got a smile on her face. There's another W. That's Salt River Bay.
Yellowstone. I got to get more quarters out of the bucket over here.
Now, another thing I do too, if I find a lot of 96s or whatever, that look almost, it has some luster to it, whatever. Sometimes I put those back, the ones that looks nicer.
Yeah,
and
I'm always pulling the BUs and setting them aside to go through and check my books, see if I've got anything that'll upgrade.
Well, I do that too, and then sometimes if I'm just, I got too many extra tubes of quarters. Sometimes I go through them and they don't look very good, so I dump them. I just go through spurts.
And my extras get tossed in the coin bucket over here, and then if I'm pulling out of rolls or what, because I re-roll them as I go, just drop them right back in the tube, and it keeps me from having a glorified mess scattered everywhere.
I have a bank that I take them back to, and I just deposit them back in my account.
I have a coworker.
Cimarron, what's up?
Mad
Yeah.
Stacker talking about you got secrets going on over here.
Well, he's talking about that holograph. See, man, wouldn't you like one of those holograph stickers over there? I'm really not much on those wheel things or whatever. So if it's gonna take me to get on a wheel to get a Mad Stacker sticker, I guess I'll probably never
Yeah.
have.
Gonna have to buck up and get on the wheel.
Or I guess who has magnets? Is Madhouse or Plumber Stacker? I guess he got magnets going out, didn't he?
The only magnet that I've actually gotten from anybody was from Saca Plata.
Huh?
And Plumber Stacker
Maybe not with him.
Plumber Stacker got a coaster.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think he sent me one last time. Oh, I picked this up on a trade yesterday.
Yes, and I am really wanting one of them as well. Mad.
What do you think of that, there, Big Country?
A gold eagle.
Yeah.
You see, I don't got any gold. Well, I mean, I got some gold, but my wife will kill me for tearing her jewelry up.
And the thing about it, the premium they carry
Yeah.
for the smaller ones. Well, you need to buck up and get some of that gold.
Mad says he does trades for magnets. I got a bunch of these neodymiums and earth magnets sitting around here. I'll send you if that's, I mean, you know.
You know, I think that's what Matt said. And I started to email him. I think it was, I will order next time Sticker Mule has some magnets. If you'll save me one of your magnets, Matt Stacker, next time Sticker Mule, I'll only wait till they have the sale. I'm not going to go out there and pay $79 for a bunch of magnets. That, you know, I'm just a poor retired veteran. Oh, I shouldn't make myself sound so.
I didn't realize everybody had the magnets.
Yeah, you can go to Sticker Mule and they do sell magnets, but it's not as many for the, I think $29.95 or whatever you can get magnets.
Telephone guy kind of cheated at it, where his wife has access to that printing company that they use for their pawn shop. Yeah, he just ended up with a roll of them.
Yeah. So do you stream very often, Big Country? Because it's the first time I've seen you on.
I try to, you know, I really want to a lot more than I get the opportunity for, but you know, I work 10, 12 hours a day, and it's kind of hard to find motivation when you get to the house after all of that, because I don't sit still. I mean, my step counter on my phone, I'm usually around 14 to 15,000 steps a day. What you find?
Now, if I went to see that, and I went to put it back because it was 1957. Now look at the toning on that. I just found that, and I was saying, well, it's a toned quarter, and I was going to keep it just because it was toned. That's 1957 silver quarter.
You check on Rebel, please.
So, Matt, are you going to have to wait? Am I going to have to wait till I get my magnet for you to send me one? If you'd send me one, I will get some magnets and I will send you one. Did you see that quarter there I just showed there? Big
Yeah. Get in the roll.
See, if I had to roll them up, I wouldn't go through as much.
It's actually a lot easier for me this way. You know, when I started doing it, I was just buying other rolls or buying the other tubes.
Yeah.
I'd go through the whole thing and then look, another Tuskegee Airman. 2 out of this box. Now, wait a minute. That's a Philadelphia. And that's a Philadelphia. I couldn't even get a P and a D out of it. The second one looks a lot better.
I will, man. I will do that.
Yeah, one of the women at work, she got to noticing all the penny rolls had tape on one end of them. What happened with these pennies? And I said, well, I took them to the house and searched them. What do you mean? What do you mean you took them to the house and searched them? And I said, well, what do you not understand, Rhonda? I took the pennies to the house, went through them to pull the coppers and Wheaties out of them. I like finding Wheaties too.
Well, why didn't you take them home?
I'm like, okay, well, you buy the next box. I can't buy a box. I thought about just taking this box of Wheaties I got over here and making a whole roll up and just handing them to her.
Well, she'd probably enjoy that. Is she a member of your channel?
No, she doesn't get on YouTube or any of that. She's still got a flip phone.
Oh. You got 19 likes on here.
19 likes. That's like a moral victory for me.
Amanda, have you emailed me with your address? Yeah, and what happens? A lot of people ask, well, what's your address? Well, it's on my channel. Go subscribe to my channel, and you find, I'll give my address. I don't mind doing it.
Yeah, but reading's hard.
Well, I know. Well, see, I'm fortunate enough not to have to work. Well, because I'm retired. But a lot of people say, why don't you get a job? Well, I said, job. Job's work.
20 years ago, getting a job really wasn't a hard thing to do, but now there's too many idiots wandering around in public for most people to want to deal with on a regular basis. So.
Well, it would. Man, that would beat up. I don't know if I don't even meant to have W on that.
Later, Savvy.
Later, Sally. Papa Guido. Papa Giorgio.
Papa G. Yeah, we had a bit of fun here a while back. I had for some reason or another, every battery in the smoke detectors in the house decided to start to get low all at the same time.
Yeah.
So sitting here during a stream, and all of a sudden you just kept hearing chirp in the background. Well, poor Papa Giorgio is going through his house checking every one of his smoke alarms, thinking it's one of his.
Also, look for 1983. 1983. If you can find a mint 1983.
Yeah, they're about $30.
Yeah.
They didn't have any mint sets they released that year.
Well, it's that they had bad strikes.
Yeah. Because I find a ton of 83s, but none of them are pretty. My wife said I was a horrible person for laughing about that too.
Oh,
Mad was ready to throw his phone across the room because apparently it was coming through really good on his end, and just every once in a while there'd be just a bone shattering chirp.
see, you won't get this one day. I have senior moments, whatever. I got to think about what were you talking about when you're talking about your wife said something to you about it. But I know you was talking about the smoke detectors. Yeah, I got those smoke detectors, and it said the 10-year battery in there, but I wrote the date on there and stuff like that. So hopefully it'll be a while until they go bad.
Mad was. He was like, dude, I'm about to throw my phone. You got to do something with that.
Yeah, but when they all went bad at one time,
And they had been doing it for a day or so. I had done tuned them out, just waiting on a chance to get to the store and grab some more batteries. But
I had put back some coins. I thought I had an Eisenhower with a hole in it, but I can't. I don't know what. I don't know if it's in one of the tubes or whatever. Because I collect Eisenhower dollars, but I have like 20 tubes of them. So I don't. If I ever come across it, I'll put your name on it.
I got like 20 of them.
Eisenhower?
Yeah, Ike dollars. I even got I think I got a silver one.
Nah, well, I'm not going to tell you how many I got, but you probably asked me why I got so many of them, but I just like them. I went to the bank one day and asked if I had any Eisenhowers. Said, well, we got about 200. Said, how many you want? I said, I'll take them all.
Yeah, about 200.
Yeah.
In one.
And actually, I did sell some one time because I had some of them just sitting out. And we was on, I can't remember whose stream it was. It might have been Mama T's or whatever. And I said, well, I'll sell them for this, but, shipping. And they said, okay. And I felt bad about selling Ike dollars, only worth $1. So I threw a couple extra in there just because you can still find them at the bank.
Yeah, anytime I go to the bank, I'm always at, because the bank that we use mostly has one of the tellers. She'll pull all of the foreigns and everything and set them to the side. I'll come up there and just buy the bucket of foreigns that they've got. And I think she might collect. She's setting the foreigns to the side for me, but anything else that's worth keeping, she's tucking away for herself.
Well, the foreigns, I get them to give them to me at the bank if they have some. Boy, everyday opportunities. How he can sit there and stream for so often and work and stuff like that. He's a go-getter.
Were you in there the other night when all the super chats started coming in?
Oh yeah.
I'm over here talking about he's got a snot. Keep going. He's got a snot.
Man. Did he ever tell you what I told him? Or, I know he was talking about it, but it had to be at least $500.
I was keeping track of it there for a minute, and then when they just started coming through, when we got up to like number 45, I had lost count.
Yeah.
Then Muscle Shell hit him with about another 200 last night, and the telephone guy hit him with 100. And
so, Mad, you're selling for $2 each? Come in on that, and I'll sell them to you for $1.50. You give me how many you want. I'll sell you the whole lot of what I got.
Well, that one's got some wild. Look, I moved my camera now. I got to readjust where it's at.
Huh. Yeah, looks like it. I guess if I went on Top Chat, which I guess it just kind of slows it down. And like I said, he has started something that's really unique to the YouTube, like the flea, not the flea market like Mama T does. Do you ever go to Mama T's?
No. And I didn't mean that. I was reading my phone. I didn't mean for that to sound negative. I just have,
no.
I'm not subbed. I don't guess I've ever met Mama T.
Well, Big T and Mama T, or Big T and yeah. Well, you have seen Big T's logo, have you? The hobo.
I don't believe so.
Well, my wife designed that for him a long time ago. He's got another different type of sticker, but he was having something, one design or whatever. My wife drew it out and sent it to him.
My daughter's pretty good with the artistic hand.
So, Matt, you hadn't answered back to me. How many of you wanted? $1.50 each. And don't overload yourself, because I got a few of them. I like this Texas connection that every day he's always talking about. I guess it was him, Matt Stacker, and Lambo Stacker. I guess he, Actually, next time I go to Dallas that way, I'm gonna meet old Lambo. He's pretty close to where my sister's at, where I go visit. Every day is too far down to Houston. I don't have any reason to go to Houston. I've met a few guys, A.G. Price. I don't know if you've ever watched A.G. He hadn't been on lately.
I haven't seen AG in a while.
And I met Mickey Ross Bain.
And what we were talking about earlier, as far as interacting with chat and all that other stuff, it doesn't take very long for me to get rubbed the wrong way. And I mean, I'll sub to you. We might sit through a stream or two, but there's just some of these guys that I don't know how to put it. I mean, you're on YouTube. The people in your chat are the ones that are supporting you, your donators and all that other stuff. You should really watch how you talk to them. We're going to be having an auction, so I need you guys to quit talking in chat now. Go to hell, dude. That's what you got chat for.
Well, Matt, I'll tell you what, Matt. I will, if you want to drive to Dallas, we'll meet up next time I go to Dallas. And I have a sister that lives in Louisville, and we go to Louisville. We thought due for a trip too.
Yeah, I've seen that a couple of times too. Go to raid somebody's channel, and the next thing you know, they're in a panic because what's a raid? Look, you can keep the pot hid in the desk. We're not here for that. We're just kind of here to hang out and support you. But it's not that kind of raid.
Matt Stacker, you talking about Mickey Rob? Actually, I met another one before, but he's not. I don't know if he does videos. But Mickey Robbs lives in Louisville. what's that other guy? And I haven't seen him I don't go to his channel very much. He has a couple of kids. He lives pretty close to Louisville at Robin Hood Coins.
Oh yeah, TJ.
Yeah, I met him. I met up with him because I was wanting boxes of quarters, and he met up with me on his lunch, and he took me to 3 or 4 different banks and got me some quarters. I didn't have any luck with the quarters I got. I think I bought like 10 boxes back, but I didn't have any luck with him. But at least he got me some, and I appreciated that. I don't know why I don't go to Robin Hood Coins anymore. I don't know.
I kind of worry because my sense of humor seems to be a bit much for some of the family channels. So
Yeah, you kind of got me one time when you came back over there, and I was asking, "Did everyone hit the like button?" And you told me to already hit the like button. I can't remember exactly what you said.
oh yeah, when you ain't the boss of me.
I kind of held my tongue when you said that. Whatever, I got to say, well, but now to kind of meet your personality, whatever, I kind of, yeah. So,
Yeah, that's me 24/7. Whether I'm on here, I'm at work, or I try to keep an upbeat attitude most of the time because it makes the day go by. People are a lot easier to interact with.
Well, I'm glad I didn't rub you wrong or whatever. Because you seem like a pretty good guy there.
It's just my way of breaking the ice.
I got half the box gun. I found 2 W's, so that's not too bad, I guess. No, I don't have any trouble getting quarters or half. Probably the first next week. Last week I walked in the bank and he says because he messed the order one time, so he didn't get them. So he said he's going to order me some more. I walked in the bank and he said, I said, how many you got? He said, well, I got 8 boxes. I said, well, I got some out of my other account. And I said, I didn't want to take a chance on him getting rid of them. I told him I'll take them, all of them. I didn't find that much in them, but I still got a few silvers out.
The good stuff would have been in the ones you didn't get.
Well, I got a box. I think I was on the stream Everyday Opportunity. I had over $25 face value and 40%ers.
That's pretty cool.
It was one box. I had like 4 or 5 rolls that had what he calls a zebra, where it has 3 of them in it. Because I was heard it's called a sandwich if you have 2 of them, a copper or clad one in between.
Yep.
Huh. I need to go to LJ Silver and meet up with him. Like I said, I like meeting up with people.
Who is I think Kayla fan. Hold on. She's in Tyler.
Uper Girl's in Tyler too, which is not that far out of the way if I'm driving over there, but
Yeah, I like how we're sitting here talking about, it's just she's just over in Tyler, not realizing Texas takes up a third of the width of the U.S.,
Can't remember his name. He's in Biloxi, Mississippi. I'd have to look at his sticker up there, find it, what his name. Like I said, I haven't seen him streaming in a while. Robin, you can't remember that guy we met in Biloxi, can you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
That's messed up. We can hear your voices too. Usually I'm just the only one that can hear my voices.
So does your, well, I guess your wife, she go through coins too, or she just,
She goes through her pocket change and brings it to me, but we went to go visit our son at down in Moorhead here a while back at college. And when we got down there, something happened with the car. I can't remember what it was. Well, I've got that 1-ton van that we were pulling a camper with, and I can't remember what it was that broke. But I mean, we were just about flat busted. I had $10 in my wallet, and I went out to the camper and got into my stash and went into a little coin shop, and I took 3 coins in there to this guy. It was a couple of Barber or a Morgan and 2-piece dollars. And the guy gave me, I think it was like $75 for those 3 coins.
oh, really?
And my wife has from that point on not questioned me on a damn thing when it comes to coins or any of that, because that was enough money for us to get the car fixed and to get it back to the house.
Oh, yeah.
And I did it with $3. So
My wife is so wonderful concerning this. She just uses, she's very supportive in what I do. So I'm so blessed.
if you sit back and think about it, there is a lot more destructive things that we could be doing with our money.
That's right. Like going to the casino and spending.
Yep.
And I do that.
I tell them all, this is like the lottery. You don't have to worry about losing any money at. I'm confused, man. I missed something there.
I think what he's doing is saying T. Wolf lives in Dallas and Miss Dale, Ida, in Texas, and catfishing. Yeah, Miss Ida, I met her, but she lives, like I said, well, no, actually, Miss Ida, yeah, she lives in Texas. But they're, like you said, Texas is so big.
Yeah, I get into now. We have 2 different accounts. I have mine. She has hers, but hers has our savings account attached to it, and that's I'm always throwing money into it. But yeah, if I need to, if we get a box of quarters in or something, and I don't have the money for it, then I'll just snatch it out of savings and go through them, bring them back, sell them back to the safe the next day, and put the money right back in the bank.
Well, and that's what I was doing. I wanted to get my own PayPal. This way, because I used Robin, can I get this, whatever? And she let me start my own account. And that's why I'm having so much trouble with PayPal, because I've never had a PayPal. And what it is I think I mentioned it the other day at the auction. I bought something, and he even said something in there. I got $14 going to be held up because he paid me for something. And they say whenever you have a new account, there's so much trouble with people scamming people that they're going to hold it to make sure the transaction went through.
Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't received any money through mine. I haven't sold anything or any of that through PayPal, but
Well, and the reason they held it because he sent it services and goods, which I'm hearing them deleting people's account because they're doing it friends and family. I would do them all services and goods as long as they wouldn't hold it and let them keep their 3% or whatever for the convenience of buying and selling. But I've been getting all mine friends and family. And if they shut me down, I'll use my wife's. So as soon as I get money in there, I'll transfer it out to my bank account. And then what my wife did is gave me so much money to start my bank account out, and I got some other money that I had and sold some things, whatever. So I get everything out of my account, which is our account, but I just use that for my coin buying. And whereabouts in Texas there archaeology, Mikey?
I got family down in Comus, Neil. Down I went down there. We were working construction years ago and got to go hang out with a couple of uncles. Oh,
Where at?
Comus, Neil.
Oh, never heard of it.
It's one of those that I couldn't tell you how to spell it.
Yeah, don't give me the spelling, yeah. I think the computers has made everyone such a bad speller because they do autocorrect on everything.
Yeah, I turned autocorrect off because it won't let you type with an accent. There's certain things that I like to type out a certain way, and yes, that might be misspelled, but when you read it out, you say it the same way I say it. So
Well, one that I can't get sometimes is, and I hope he gets to be better, Cajun. You follow Cajun Corn Hunter?
yeah, I haven't seen him in a bit.
He's been in the hospital. I called him the other day because I have his number. I called him the other day and his wife came in there, and I guess he was having some intestinal problems or whatever, and he's getting ready to have surgery. And I hadn't heard anything. He ended up calling me back the next day, but with his I don't understand Cajun or whatever, his mon ami and all, sometimes he probably has trouble typing too with his accent. Yeah, Cajun's a good old boy. I like Cajun.
Now, I lived down on Dauphin Island, Alabama when I was 17. And Dauphin Island's 2.5 miles wide, 14 miles long, and is 4.5 miles out into the Gulf of Mexico. They actually spent, $457 million to build a bridge to go out to this island. And, I go fishing every day, and met a kid down there. And dude was, we would go out fishing on the beach. And as soon as we got the poles out in the water, he'd take off for the woods. And he grew up with his grandmother. And dude, I'm talking about we'd drag a fish in, and he'd already have everything set up to build the campfire and start cooking, and would go out in the woods and pull all kinds of find herbs and everything else. And I'm talking about, dude, we would sit on the beach and eat like kings. And this cat wasn't but like 14.
Hey, Big Flip, what's up?
Big Flip, how are you today, sir? Thank you for coming in.
You got celebrities coming in now, don't you?
Big Flip was actually my first raid.
Oh, was he? Yeah, archaeology might got friends everywhere.
Not a problem, sir. Did you actually get that underneath of the scope and see what I was talking about with that doubling around Idaho and everything?
What'd you say, Big Flip? Something to look at?
Yeah, I've got 5 River of No Return. Well, 4 now. River of No Return W's that I'm pretty sure it's just machine doubling.
Yeah.
But there's quite a bit of it around the back of them.
You sent me a picture of that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably go to the bank every morning. I make a post office run, go to the bank, and usually either take a big bag of quarters or cash or whatever I got. This way I'm not taking so many at one time. Taping your rolls back up, huh?
Huh?
Taping your top of the rolls back up, just to make sure.
Oh yeah. That way I can put them in that chain safe. They can get jostled around. I ain't got to worry about them popping open. A friend of mine that just texted me and asked if I was working, and I'm not really sure I can explain what streaming is to him. Bit of an older fella, and I'm not quite sure he'll understand what I'm talking about.
Maybe think you're outside taking a whiz or something.
Yeah, I'm streaming right now. Well, don't tell me about it. And just get back TMI. Daryl's been a friend of mine and my wife's for some time now, and it's kind of funny because every once in a while he'll tell my wife, you know, your husband's my boyfriend, right?
Okay.
He's one of the coolest cats ever, man. He's like hanging out with your grandmother.
Oh, well.
You go over to his house, and I'm talking about as soon as you walk through the door, honey, have you eat today? And don't tell him no, because
They go fix you something, huh?
oh, dude. We went over there one day, and he said, we called him, we was going to go visit for a little while. He said, have y'all eat today? And I said, nah, we was going to stop and grab something. He said, well, don't worry about it. Just come on over. Well, when we got over there, I'm talking about, dude, there was a good 5 pound of chicken livers already fried up on the table. He got, potatoes and everything else ready to go. And
I am gonna go. My wife went up there to make some BLTs. I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick, and she's gonna bring my lunch downstairs here. So I'll be right back.
all right, then. Oh, I guess I'll take a moment to text him back real quick.
You wanna go?
Oh, okay. I'm back. Nice BLT. No, during the stream, I'm always sending pictures to Everyday Opportunity of what my wife brought me down. She usually just brings my dinner or my lunch down here if I'm doing something. So like I said, I
As
got
long as
one.
she can keep you locked in the basement, huh?
She keeps me locked in the basement. Well, as long as she gold and silver, I love it.
I know, Big Flip. That was actually the same day. I wasn't paying any attention that day because the that was the same day I sent a large print red book to the Numismaniac, and I was still kind of in shock over the $33 tab on that one. So I really
Ooh,
didn't pay much attention to what the rest of them were costing till I got back to the house.
why was it so much to ship?
He lives in Canada.
Oh, can you get book rate to go to Canada?
Uh, yeah.
Because book rate costs a lot less because it's a
Oh,
book.
this was the book rate. I sent it as media.
Man,
He did the same thing. His cost $25 to send to me. Mine cost $33 to send to him. And the girl at the post office said, "Well, is there anything else?" And I went, "No, honey. This round of intercourse has wiped me out. I need to go take a nap." She said it was going to be $33 for that one package. I was like, "Can you pull a knife on me or something so I don't feel so bad about giving you that much money to mail a book?"
you could probably pay less to have Amazon mail it to
Yeah.
you.
I checked on it when I got back to the house, but it was one of those things where, you know, the book that he had that he sent me, I would much rather have one that he had in his possession just for, this used to belong to. And not only that, but I got some pretty cool channel stickers from him. And the one thing that really got me that I was unaware of is the Numismaniac is the branch secretary for the Royal Canadian Regiment Association.
Oh, okay.
Now that's a mouthful and a half, but I still thought it was pretty cool.
So what time do you go to work or you off today?
Oh, I'm off today. It was supposed to be off tomorrow, but where we're short on people, the schedule got changed around. So Yahtzee. Come and check ought to be good though. I've had 6 days this week.
So being a manager, you're not on salary?
No, that's for a general manager over the entire store. I'm a lead assistant.
Oh, okay.
So I still get paid hourly. There's no way in hell that they would ever get me to stay at this company if they tried to get me to go to salary.
Yeah.
I do way too much work there's just no way. There are weeks when I make more than the manager does. They've tried to give me my own store a couple of times, and the discussion that we've had, I've had to lead out with, "Look, I'm not trying to be offensive or anything. I don't want you to think that I'm unappreciative or that I'm not thankful for you to come to me with this, but the store you're wanting to give me, you can stick up your ass."
Uh-huh.
They want to give me a store that I have been, I've been coming in and out of for over 40 years now. That it's right up the street from where I used to live as a kid, and I was over there as an assistant manager for 2 years, and almost got fired 2 or 3 times because the construction foreman comes out of me whenever there's a problem. I don't like calling maintenance because they cost us $75 every time they walk through the door. So if I can knock something out that I don't have to call them over, it makes my bonus that much better. And with as many things as wrong with that building, like I'm not allowed to, even though I used to be a construction foreman, I've got all my harnesses and tied off rat lines and everything else that would be required. I've even got stanchions I could take and set up. And
Oh, really?
Daryl texted me. His mom is moving, and he's had to kind of help her downsize. And he wanted her couch. Well, he's he's got it home and now can't get it out of the car and into the house by himself. So
You have to go help him?
he's wanting me to come give him a hand. I just texted him, said it'll be a little bit, but yeah.
Did you hear, Archaeology Mike said he thought he just found a 56 DDD over D, wheat set. Well, I hope he did.
It sounded like it ought to be worth at least a penny.
Well, puts it on the stamp, I'd send him 70 cents, send it to me. You don't mind recycled envelopes, do you?
Huh?
You don't mind recycled envelopes?
Not a bit.
Okay.
I'll tell you something I actually did the other day. If you got a Dollar Tree near you, you can go buy one of these. They come in a pack of 3 for $1.
Yeah.
I'll take and cut them in half and make 2 envelopes out of them
Hey,
because they're about the size of a letter at that point. I got some of that reinforced box tape I'll close the end off with.
and that's what I'm gonna do here. You know, every now and then I started buying those ones from Walmart, the one that has the white plastic one because they're harder to rip.
Yeah.
But then if I did just like Big Flip, that one set that that you wanted, I'm gonna put it between cardboard. This way you don't get, say if it get bent up or whatever, don't keep from getting bent up.
And now that I think about it, Big Flip, that one was supposed to be non-machinable. I even told her that.
Hold on a minute, I got a call coming in.
Yeah, Daryl trying to get me to come over and help him with that couch. When I get over there, there will be a feast. I can almost guarantee you that he is going to have a pile of food waiting on me.
So is that why you told him to be in about an hour? Give him a chance to cook it.
Yeah.
Tell him have enough for the wife too.
And dude, Daryl is, the best way I have ever been able to describe him is he is a little ray of sunshine. Pretty good guy.
Oh, good.
See, my problem, well, it's not necessarily a problem, but my thing is, I don't really care what you do in your personal life. It's not my business. I don't, that doesn't concern me. I had somebody come to me here a while back that thought I was going to be upset with them because of who they were dating. And the only response that I had to it was, I cannot make that decision for you. You love who you want to love. Because if I try to make that decision for you, you're still going to love who you want to love, but you're going to do it away from me. I don't want that. It's not my choice. And I'll be here for anything that you need as far as what repercussions may come. But these are experiences you have to have on your own. I cannot do them for you. You love who you want to love.
What's a 10-ounce Majestic Eagle?
I got a lot more things to worry about besides what's going on inside somebody else's house. Yes, I will, sir.
I will.
Is that going to be the giveaway for today, Mad?
I think so after I Google it.
I'm definitely hanging out if you're giving away a 10-ounce Majestic Eagle ring.
Let me see. It's been a lot easier if you just told me. Now I got to Google it.
GTS.
Man, that looks good. Yeah. I know just as much as I knew a little while ago.
Oh. You know what GTS stands for, don't you?
Mm-mm.
Google that shit.
Oh,
I was going to try to kind of get out and get this laptop out I got back here and get to tinkering with it, see if I couldn't get it up to par a little bit. And I got 5 of them sitting over here, and I'm going to take parts from 3 of them to get the other 2 beefed up. And one of them I'm going to set up as my camera controller for the cameras I've got around the house here as far as exterior. You know, going to make a DVR out of it. And then the other one I'm getting tuned up and everything, going to send to Jonathan Reese, because he said him and his son are sharing a tablet or a phone. I can't remember which one he said, but if I've got one sitting here that ain't doing nothing, ain't no sense of me holding on to it. Might as well let somebody get some life out of it.
well, speaking of Jonathan Reese, that's where I got that from. That Eagle. I did some trading with him.
With the camera turned off and all that.
Yeah. Oh, you see it? Hey.
There you are. Oh, yeah, the one you showed me there a little while ago.
You didn't remember. Yeah, I did some trading with him, and he don't get his till Friday, and I got mine today, and we sent it on Monday. I guess his got here a lot quicker. Mine is still tied up somewhere.
My wife got me a new wallet for my birthday, and we watched this thing float around New Jersey for over a week and a half, following the tracking number on it.
Yep.
It's like now they're just paying people to carry the damn thing around. Thank you much, sir. And Mad, we'll see you here in a little bit when you got yours fired up.
See you later, Matt. I'll email you. Well, being that I was sending gold, and he was sending gold, I send mine certified, and he's got here a lot quicker. was still making sense to me.
They had to wait for the guy that was doing the certified to come in.
I guess so. Well, I tell you what, Big Country, I appreciate you letting me come up here. Need to get the 2 emails out, need to get that ready to go to you where I get to the post office and, finish my lunch and, appreciate you letting me come up, like I said.
I'm glad you come up and hung out. Keep me from sitting up here and talking to myself.
Hey, CC has me a coffee. You see, I got a coffee maker in the back there. I'll make me coffee down here.
Yep.
In the basement, I have an outstanding room here. I mean, it's not that big. There's a door right there going outside to her room, but it's just a little 12 by 12 or something like that. See my B2 picture up there? B2.
That's hand drawn, isn't it?
I don't know if it's a lithograph picture or hand drawn. That was, I was stationed at that base, Whiteman Air Force Base.
Mm-hmm.
And that was given to me, and there's a bunch of the pilots, B2 pilots, that signed it there.
Yeah, that was a pretty wicked plane in its day.
Well, no, it is. That's good. I've been going now. The B2 Stealth Bomber. Yeah, that's a nice plane. And that's what I used to do. I used to stand out in front of airplanes. I was with a B-52D model, and I was a crew chief, and I launched and recovered aircraft and inspected them and everything else. Hey, that's on, guys.
That's a lot more fun than working in a garage.
Hey, it is. So I'll send you a tracking number as soon as I got it, and I probably should have it ready here in a little bit.
Have a good one, bud.
Okay, you too. Bye.
Anybody else want to come up, hang out, talk for a few? Still got 14 rolls after this one to go through. It looks like I got to replace a bunch of the rolls. I'll put that link up here in just a second. If anybody's wanting to come up and hang out. And of course, if you look at that, the last the last 5 of that address definitely fits me. For yucks. I'm awful excited about them. I know they're just Philadelphia mints, but I found 2 of the new quarters. Oh, let's change cameras real quick because I want to get a little better look at this. Yeah, we got some little horse poop. I really need to check and see what Daryl replied. Okay. I guess I'll finish this up, get dressed, and go over and help him with that. Then I get to come back here and knock a bunch of this stuff out. Oh, so little boy is walking down the road. I think I've told this one before, but I'm not sure everybody's heard it. Little boy's walking down the road, and as he's walking, he's dragging this little frog behind him on a string. The frog's dead. Little boy just walking on down the road, walks up to the front door of a brothel and knocks on the door. Well, the madam, she comes out, sees him standing there and says, "Son, what are you doing?" And he said, "I want the herpes." She said, "Do what?" He said, "I want the herpes. I know this is the place to get it." She said, "Young man, you better carry yourself out of here." And he said, "I got money," and pulls a big wad of cash out of his pocket. And the woman says, are you sure? And he said, "Yeah, I want the herpes." She says, "All right, we'll go up that set of steps right there. You're going to take the second door on your left." About 20 minutes later, here he comes back down, dragging his little frog behind him. And the madam, she's really confused. That is pretty badass there, Flip. Well, the madam, she's really confused. So when he comes up to the counter, she's like, "Look, you seem like a nice, fine, upstanding young man. What in the world would make you want to come here and do that?" And he says, "Well, I'm finna go home. And when I get home, that babysitter's going to show up. And she's kind of, friendly. Me and her's going to play around. And then later on, when Daddy gets home, well, Daddy and her, they're going to play around too. And then later tonight, when Mama, she gets home from work, well, her and Daddy, they probably going to fool around some. And then tomorrow, while everybody's gone and that mailman comes by, well, him and Mama's going to be messing around some. And that's the son of a bitch that run over my frog." I hate the lag. I heard that one years and years and years ago. I don't know how many times I've repeated that one. Like them three boys that was sitting across from the house of ill repute. And one of them pointed to this big Cadillac. He said, "When I grow up, that one's going to be mine." And another little boy pointed at this big Rolls Royce that was sitting there. And he said, "Yeah, well, when I grow up, that one's going to be mine." And the third little boy said, well, y'all got it all wrong. When I grow up, I'm getting me a little patch of fuzz. The other two said, a patch of fuzz? He said, yeah, that's all my sister's got, and both them cars is hers. What have we got there? Nothing. Neighbor's over there making quite a bit of noise repairing on the. Well, it's not the neighbor, it's the landlord. He's getting that house next door ready for. We just had a family move out that had been there for, I think, 7 years. The way he's taking the floor out and everything, I don't think they let that dog out as much as they should have. Yosemite, I don't think I got that one. But I have not sent anything off for grading, and that is something that I'm still kind of studying on to understand. So I may have been cheering in the wrong direction there, Big Flip. I wasn't sure. One of those subjects that I may still be a little ignorant on. Oh. And guys, yes, that look, I've got to take that thing apart. If you haven't been here before or heard me talk about it, this is actually an entire computer. That thing is it's called a Pi 400, and I just happened to look up at the screen and realized, oh my God, that thing looks nasty on the camera. Now it is not that dirty, but I mean, apparently I do need to clean it for the camera. That's my daily driver right there. That's what I watch YouTube and everything else on. I've got the other one you can see right here. That's what I do all my streaming from, but I swear it don't look that dirty in person. And sending coins off to get graded, I cannot wait until I get in the position to be able to do that. Not quite there yet. That's why I'm always pestering you big guys about half of this stuff. I might be annoying, but that's what you get for knowing everything. And I'm way too proud of these. I don't know if you saw them or not, Big Flip, but hold on just a second. So I'm pretty sure everybody else has seen them, but I had a guy come in the other day that brought me these, Big Flip. And there's two of them. Each one of them have got the P&D Mint Mark quarters for the state, plus the stamps, certain stamps from that state, and the big card with the story behind it. And I've got two of them, Volume 1 and Volume 2. But they cost me $30 for the both of them. And as Lambo pointed out, I hadn't thought about it. Lambo pointed out there's almost that much in quarters. Same here, Papa Giorgio. If it wasn't for the big guys, I would still just be, oh, well, that's shiny. Or that's old, I was unaware of the star notes until Rob finds treasure. I have kind of gone nuts over those. Yeah. Philadelphia A&P. And Silver Seeker has always got something new and cool looking posted. And Silver Seeker was actually my first giveaway win, now that I think about it. Middle of the Meltdown, I think it was. Ended up being a Mercury dime. And in my confusion, first time I'd been on one of his streams, I did not hear middle. All I heard was that I had won a Meltdown and didn't know what that was. So I went back and got to watching his comment video for that stream. And started having a fit because I thought I won one of those 10-ounce bars. And I'm like, that is ridiculous. And then once I emailed him back and forth for a minute, he was like, no. You got the middle of the Meltdown. You'd have to be an awful big YouTube channel to just give away a 10-ounce for, oh, we made it halfway through this box. Down to 10 rolls, guys. I didn't think I'd go through this box this quick. My wife got her a new car. Not necessarily a new one, but new to us. Hopefully it'll last for a little while. She got a few things she wants to get checked out on it. You have to go out and get my van moved and her other car moved, where one of the neighbors was talking about buying her Explorer. Now that she's got this other one, I'll probably let them have it for fairly cheap just to get it out of the way. She got aggravated with me the other day because we're going to go look at a car, And I just get kind of aggravated going and looking at somebody else's junk. My mentality of it is, if it was that good of a car, you wouldn't be getting rid of it. Because I'll drive one till the wheels fall off. If it's still running, I'm not selling it. So I'm always on another level of heightened paranoia when I go to look at a car, because they're not going to be completely upfront with you. There's always going to be something else going on with the car. You're going to have to trip and stumble and find that out on your own. And like I said, if it was that good of a car, you really wouldn't be getting rid of it to begin with. So I just get aggravated having to, in situations like that, because I don't like going and looking at other people's junk. I don't like going and looking at other people's old cars. I really don't want to go look at nobody's junk. Now, I know there might be a few of y'all out there that, well, that's not so bad. But no, I ain't doing it. I ain't naming no names either, but I bet I could pick you out of a crowd. Oh. we got one W out of this box so far. Couple of errors. Really excited about the Tuskegee Airmen there. Airmen. What made it really fun was when she showed me the picture of the guy that was selling the van, and I'm like, you might want to go talk to him by yourself, because I've had to bounce him out the store the other day for not having a mask on. He's probably not going to want to cooperate with me too much. So what you been up to today, Amanda? I noticed you just hanging out, and I do greatly appreciate it. I always figured there was always somebody a little more important than me to be paying attention to. Have to go get me something to eat here shortly. My belly bone trying to gnaw at my backbone. I have to text Daryl before I head out. I'm hungry. His mom's a character too. She had a little bit of a farmhouse out right on the edge of town, and anytime I'd be running out by there, I'd always take about 30 seconds just to pull up in the driveway, run up, knock on the door, get a hug, and run back for the car. Him trying to get her all moved and everything. I'm not even sure as to where she's moving to. Maybe, I don't know if she'd be at the house with him or what. I can tell y'all are jealous as hell of my tape dispenser. I can just tell. Looks like I got about 2 more rolls before I get into the ones I gotta. I'll have to get my other tubes out here to re-roll these because they're kind of damaged. I got an unopened roll of 67s that I need to go through. Said something to EC about doing a box battle, and he was all excited about it till I said we was hunting errors. He said, well, it would take too long, and I'm like, Not really. I can show you how to go through them pretty quick. But I kind of want to put a little bit of a twist on it because, hunting for silvers, uh, errors, and W's, of course. And then I also got to thinking about putting a 7 repunchment mark so far. I got to thinking about it, and if you have a set of years that you want to go ahead and call out at the beginning of the hunt, and just as a suggestion, I threw out 1970 to 2000. After you go through your hunt, while you're hunting, you're trying to fill in those slots. And at the end of the hunt, however many empty slots you've got is a point deducted from the total you've built so far. And I don't know. I've repeated it 4 or 5 times, and every time I do, it starts to sound more and more complicated. Oh, and I have a coworker who has gotten so aggravated. She is too busy paying her daughter's bills to be able to get ahead, and it pisses her off that I have the ability to just go drop $500 on a box of quarters and take them home and search them. I drive a car I drive a 94. She drives a 2008 or 2019. Her daughter can't, keep bills up that well, so she's got to constantly help with that. And then the daughter's dad, every time you turn around, he's getting sticky fingered around the house and walking out with something. He don't even live there. He'll just wait till she's gone to work and show up and go through and take what he wants. And they just show no want to stop that. And I'm like, don't be mad at me because you can't manage your money or your interactions any better than that. Okay, the timer up in the corner. I got to move this chat because it says been streaming for 3 hours, and over here on the StreamYard side it says I've been streaming for 6 hours and 24 minutes. The coffee was not that good. The best RPM was the double die Denver. I guess would be the third D there. Yes, he is. And hey, Muscle Shell, good to see you, bud. Me and you are going to have to be over there to make sure that he don't get too carried away with some kind of shenanigans. And yep, here we are into the busted road. So it's a good thing I keep a bunch of these around. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Ooh, a quarter. Philadelphia. Philadelphia. Yeah, I think you just heard my gut growl a moment ago and decided to throw all of that out there, didn't you, Xander? I got to thinking about Daryl and that fried chicken and chicken livers, and now I'm over here just. Well, Armando is on it. You don't like chicken livers? Don't worry, I got yours. I'll take up your slack. You know, Mike, you had something I hadn't thought about here in a while. Let's fire that crock pot up sometime. A big roast in there and a bunch of vegetables and stuff. That's not a bad idea at all. At all. I'm going to have your portion, and I'm going to have 2 or 3 other people's portion. They was out fishing one night, and Casey got hungry. Well, next thing you know, Casey's over here taking the chicken livers out of the bait bucket, which, you know, they were fresh from the grocery store. He didn't have to worry about any of that, but he's taking the chicken livers out of the little bait bucket and laying them on top of the lantern to cook them. One of them old Coleman lanterns sitting there just blister you if you ain't careful with it. And this goof is sitting there cooking chicken livers on top of it. Oddly enough, worked out just great, but a little unconventional. I'm not in that much of a hurry, Xander. I've offered me and the wife to go look at one of the Instapots and an air fryer. She was all about watching Storm and CA's cooking shows until she couldn't participate anymore because she didn't have an Instapot. My daughter got one of the air fryers, but it was one of the smaller ones, and they haven't had a chance to actually play around with it yet. Yeah, let's go ahead and hem him up on that one there, Muscle Shell. If you gonna want everybody to participate with this Instapot cook-offs, you're gonna have to start, sending a few of them out. Can you imagine the shipping on that one? Oh. It is easier opening them up when. Oh, no joke. He might be trying to get her to come back to watching his videos then. She's still subbed to him, but I don't remember the last time I walked in on her watching a cooking show or foodie stream, whatever. He kept showing all that food on there and everything. Then he'd go to eating in front of everybody. I told him here a while back I was going to get a bunch of us together and we're just going to show up at his house with a bunch of steaks and sit out front and make him just sit there and watch all us eat. Armando's back and we're gonna be in trouble. Hit the likes. If I'd been drinking this morning, I wouldn't have done that. Now y'all in trouble. Well, yeah. I had a grill here a couple of years ago. Yes, I did, sir. ST should go through just fine. They're simple around here. Half of them don't read everything anyway. That's pretty awesome. See you at a while, Armando. Maybe. Maybe not. I could use another Rockefeller or just about any W they wanted to drop in a roll. Hump day. Now, last two. And get all of these done searched. We'll take them back up to the store, sell them back to the safe. Then I got to get that money over to the bank account. My wife got that new minivan. Victor Frankenstein, right, Papa Giorgio? if you are unaware of the scene that I'm referring to, that is one that you most definitely have to. Oh, Daryl. Hey. Yeah, yep. Okay. Well, I'm sitting here going through a box of quarters online, and I was going, as soon as I finished this up, I was going to head over that way to give you a hand with it. But if you've already got it, well, fine then. May still. I'm sitting here, had already got a little bit of running I got to do over by there. So after I get done with this, I may head your way for a few. Gotcha. Okie doke. Love you, and we'll see you after a while. Later. He was a little determined not to be waiting. Oh no, Young Frankenstein. You're talking about. I'm not talking about Young Frankenstein. I'm talking about Victor Frankenstein. If you have not seen this movie, it has got the kid that played Harry Potter. I can't think of the other guy's name, but when it comes to Igor's hump, Igor didn't have a hump in this version. Oh, there's Mama. In this version, it was a cyst, and you just got to watch the scene where it's dealt with. It was one of those that about sent me out of the room like gagging. Daniel Radcliffe. That's who I couldn't think of. And the guy from the movie with Angelina Jolie where they were assassins and could make bullets turn around corners and stuff. Wanted. I cannot think of his name at the moment. But it's a really good movie. But yeah, that first scene in it, I mean, it will get you. Have you seen it, Amanda? Shh, she's here. Hey, look here. That's the ones that were just released. And I found 2 of them in the circulated rolls, which doesn't make any sense. James McAvoy, yeah. But you know the scene I'm talking about there, Amanda. If nobody else does, you got to watch that movie. When he takes that big syringe, and I mean, I was ready to turn it off. I mean, excellent movie, but, except for that one scene. No, I haven't got to watch that one yet. I have seen the previews of it where I think the one scene where Ryan Reynolds was trying to get him out the back door or something like that, and Samuel L. Jackson just runs past him and starts knocking him down left and right. All right, guys. Quick recap. We got 2 of those Tuskegee Airmen I haven't seen. We got a W. Weir Farm, a snowy roof. We got some horse poop and an extra cactus leaf. Little toner. What was that? Oh, that was another Virgin Islands. I haven't. Not real sure if I've got that one yet. And a Yellowstone. But I got to get some flips out and get these put up. And get the Tuskegee's put in the, at least in one of them in the book over here. But the wife just got home. I finished up that box. I've showed off my little toys and stuff. And hold on, she brought me 2 more quarters, was there? Nope and nope. But I do greatly appreciate y'all hanging out. I love every one of you. I don't really hang out with a whole lot of other folks besides y'all. I mean, the other ones I hang out with, they got to pay me to do it. So, and I'd much rather be hanging out with y'all for free. No, I'm talking about the Frankenstein, the Frankenstein movie, Papa Giorgio. Look, I'm sitting here going, just thinking about it. It was a. Oh, she snuck off in the other room. Y'all know what all I could hide in that? Yes. On that note, I'm going to take my goofy ass in the other room, talk with the wife. Love y'all very much, and I'm glad you come out and hung out with me. I mean, we sat here and jawed for a little while. 2 more likes to, you're shitting me. Is it conceited if I like it? I got 25 likes on this. I don't think I've had 25 likes on anything. Maybe a video, but I'm not going to get all like EC emotional and everything, but y'all behave, guys. I'm going to go in here and pester her. Love y'all.